Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. David Jockers, and today we were talking about 8 herbs to improve sleep quality. As a functional health doctor, I found that just helping my clients sleep effectively is perhaps the most important thing I can do because good sleep means good tissue healing and regeneration, which means we're going to be able to basically, it's the foundation for reversing chronic disease, healing leaky gut, autoimmune conditions, cancer, whatever complaints that you're having. So we've got to really make sure we're getting good sleep. And using herbal remedies can be a really big help when it comes to getting a great night's sleep. And we're going to go through that in today's presentation. And so if you don't know me, my name's Dr. David Jockers. I'm a doctor of natural medicine. I have a clinic in Kennesaw, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. It's called Exodus Health Center. And I really specialize in helping people overcome chronic disorders, helping improve metabolism using things like the ketogenic diet, functional medicine, advanced supplementation, and lifestyle strategies. This is my beautiful wife, Angel, my little boys, David and Joshua. And so as we jump into this topic, I think all of us have experienced sleep deprivation at some point. For many of us, we sleep great. Like at this stage of my life, I feel like I sleep really good, but I struggled with insomnia for over 20 years of my life. Just growing up as a child, I seem to, I don't ever remember having actually a really good night's sleep. And even when when we had our, babies, when we had our little boys, I didn't sleep great either due to lots of interruptions. And so all of us have felt this, whether we're traveling or raising kids or whatever it is. And we know it affects our brain. It affects our immune system. We're more susceptible to getting colds, fevers, and flus. Also increases our stress hormones, which increase our blood sugar. So it increases our risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease. We don't heal and regenerate well, increases our risk of cancer. Just overall causes massive amounts of inflammation in our body. So every single disorder gets impacted by sleep deprivation. And that's why this has got to be a foundational principle in any plan to get well. So, ultimately, getting well from any chronic disease is not going to be, through a medical treatment or a supplement or even a diet. It's going to be through overall lifestyle. And getting good sleep is key with that. So really good sleep comes down to our ability to produce melatonin as well as GABA. And GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid, is a neurotransmitter that acts like a brake. So if our brain is constantly spinning or constantly stimulated, then we're not going to be able to slow it down and be able to rest. And of course, sleeping is a kind of a slower wave, brainwave setting. And so we need adequate GABA to help balance things out and to slow down the brain so we can get really good sleep. And a lot of the herbs I'm going to talk about, they help stimulate GABA. Now, what are reasons? So, what's the foundational reasons why your GABA levels would be low? Well, number one, chronic stress and fatigue. And so it seems weird because a lot of times we're like, okay, I'm really tired and I'm stressed. I should be able to sleep well. But actually, for many people, they end up wired and tired, meaning that they're really tired, but they're also feeling really wired. And so they can't sleep at night. I think many of us have experienced that. I know I have. And so that just becomes a vicious cycle because we can't sleep. So we're even more wired and tired the next day. And the reason why is because it reduces our GABA levels. We got to support the GABA to get the good sleep. Gut microbiome dysbiosis. So basically, if we've got bad bacteria, parasites, yeast overgrowth, those microorganisms will release a lot of toxins that can impact the brain and impact our ability to get really good GABA production and to be able to sleep well. In general, so just again, this vicious cycle of just poor sleep leading to more stress and fatigue and leading to, that vicious cycle, again, that wired and tired activity. Poor blood sugar stability. I see this being so common. And so basically people will eat usually a lower fat dinner and then they'll wake up in the middle of the night, and it's because when their blood sugar drops too low, they get a spike of stress hormone. And that stress hormone reduces GABA and creates more stimulation, excitation, and so they can't fall back asleep. So we got to have a really good dinner and overall practice strategies that keep our blood sugar stable. That's super key. This GAD antibodies. So this is a enzyme, gamma amino. It's Glutamate decarboxylase antibodies. That's what it is. So it takes glutamate, which is an excitatory neurotransmitter, and converts it into GABA, which is an inhibitory neurotransmitter, helps relax the brain. So if we have antibodies to that, it can cause low GABA as well. So if our body's got this autoimmune response to that, that can be an issue. We may need more. Just supplemental GABA can help. And that's what I do when we have people like this. Okay, low zinc, B6, magnesium, taurine, and glutamate. Glutamine. So we got to have certain essential nutrients in order to be able to produce GABA and create conversion from glutamate to GABA. And so zinc is really important, B6, magnesium, taurine, glutamine. So if we're producing enough stomach acid, we're going to have problems with zinc and minerals like magnesium, taurine, glutamine, these amino acids. Excuse me. So if we have poor blood sugar stability also, we'll deplete a lot of these key things. So all of this kind of compounds on itself, and we've got to address, these root causes, of course. Now, different herbs that will help, and all of these help with GABA production. Valerian is probably the most well-known herb to take to help with sleep. Passion flower is a great one, also called, lemon balm, also called Melissa officinalis. Really good. Lavender, which is a great essential oil, really easy to get. Chamomile. Many people have experienced chamomile tea and use that regularly to sleep well. Linden flower, catnip, and peppermint. So all of these can be really, really good. And you can get, combinations of these in herbal teas, which I highly recommend. I'll show you one that I recommend. So lemon balm is, one of the best herbs for helping support GABA production and helping balance out our neurotransmitters. And so basically using this in the mint family, and you can get it in an essential oil, you can get it in supplements, you can also get it in herbal teas, and you can grow it too. So most climates you can grow it, and it works well. So a lot of great benefits to it. Also very good for hormones, particularly female hormones, and natural antimicrobial. And that's the great thing about all these herbs. They help work on our gut as well. So we talk about gut dysbiosis being an issue. All of these herbs, not only do they help support GABA, but they're also antiviral, antibacterial, antiparasitic. So they all help with that. Lavender. So you can use essential oil of lavender. We diffuse this in our room in an essential oil diffuser every night before we go to bed. We have this diffusing. We'll also put chamomile in there as well. Really good for good sleep. You can also just kind of rub a little bit like on the back of your neck. And it's a great one. It's a real mild essential oils. So it's not like super harsh. You feel totally fine with it. It helps relax the body. Also, again, good for the gut. So carminative herbs, they help with gut motility, they help reduce gas, they help kill off bad bacteria. So, really good stuff. Chamomile, I grew up drinking chamomile tea. And so chamomile tea is very well known and helps support that GABA, serotonin production, and serotonin helps with melatonin production. And so, very, very good for just relaxing our brain, helping improve mood, and helping us sleep effectively. And all of these are also anti-inflammatory too. So they reduce inflammation in the body. Linden flowers, most people are not as familiar with this one, but another really good herb to use to help with good sleep and kind of the astringent tannins that are really rich in linden flowers. Very good. They're kind of tightening up. So they help tighten up the junctions in the gut, help reduce leaky gut. And they also, again, have antimicrobial benefits to them. So the tea that I use that has a combination of these is the nighty-night tea. And this has a combination of all of these different types of herbs, and you can get it with the valerian as well. So some people get it without the valerian, some people get it with the valerian. I personally prefer it with the valerian if I'm trying to sleep well. Valerian is probably the strongest of all of them as far as a sedative. So, you can drink nighty-night tea if you're, going to be up for a few hours. You may have it, at a social setting. You may not want it with the valerian. But then if you do take it with the valerian, that's good to do like the last hour before you go to bed. So that's kind of a good recommendation right there. Nighty-night tea, you can find this on Amazon.com. You can find it at typically local grocery stores all over the place. Traditional Medicinal is a great brand of organic teas. So highly recommend that. Now, I have a whole presentation, a whole video on the top supplements for better sleep. And I'll just very quickly review that. So beyond the herbs, magnesium, really addressing magnesium, super key. Adaptogenic herbs can help. They help really adapt our body to stress. We talked about these relaxing herbs. So passion flower, chamomile, valerian, all really great relaxing herbs. That's what we focus on today. So that was number 3. And then melatonin, supporting melatonin as well. Taking supplemental melatonin can be extremely helpful, especially if you've got like jet lag or you just had a few really bad nights of sleep. We talked about how some of the reasons why people will end up with low GABA is just poor sleep. So you had a few poor nights of sleep, maybe your baby was crying or whatever it is, really good time to get back on track and take melatonin supplements. And so I recommend really a combination of all of these. So brain calm magnesium, this would be like a great place to start as far as supplementation goes. Just taking some magnesium every day is so helpful for mental function. This one crosses the blood-brain barrier, helps improve mood, memory, mindset. Lots of research coming out using it with rats with dementia and Alzheimer's, showing that it's improving brain synapse activity and stimulating the production of brain-derived neurotrophic growth factor to stimulate neuron growth. I love this supplement. I use it daily. I use it with a vast majority of my clients and just see amazing results. And this alone can help somebody dramatically improve their sleep quality. So this is a great place I would start with, along with like herbal tea, like we had just talked about. Now, if you want to go deeper, we have a supplement called Mood Protect, and this is definitely not for everybody. I don't recommend it for everybody, but it actually has GABA in it. So it has gamma-aminobutyric acid in it, and it can have a very strong effect. It also has 5-HTP, which helps support serotonin. It's a great supplement that, in a sense, kind of acts like a natural antidepressant, anti-anxiety type of supplement, although, again, due to FDA rules, we can't actually say that. But, with people that want to come off certain medications they may be on, taking some of this can really help support that. And a lot of my clients have seen great improvements using this supplement right here, Mood Protect. Again, not for everybody. This supplement also right here, not necessarily for everybody, but can be a great benefit. This is something I take before I go to bed. It's called Cortisol Defense. And it has ashwagandha in it. It has lemon balm. So we talked about that, Melissa officinalis. It has several other theanine in there. So actually helps really support a great night's sleep, stimulating the right brain waves. And in general, if somebody has dealing with high cortisol, they can take it during the day as well to give them mental clarity and energy. And so I use this clinically when I'm seeing, people with labs that show high cortisol or like real high blood sugar, even though they're on a low carb diet, high morning blood sugar. We'll use this supplement therapeutically to help these individuals. So again, not necessarily for everybody. I would say the Brain Calm Mag, most people are going to do great with that one. These ones are more specialty supplements. And then also the sleep support here, which is a melatonin. We use that in specific cases to help those individuals start sleeping more effectively. And it's low dose melatonin, and sometimes we'll go up and use high dose for a short period of time and then drop back. We also have a cream. So some people have trouble swallowing the pills, so they like to use the magnesium with melatonin cream, and they put it on the bottoms of their feet and on their arms, and that works really great for helping them improve their sleep and get a great night's sleep. So hopefully this training has been really helpful for you guys. My hope and my prayer for you is that you are sleeping great, and that this video wasn't necessarily for you, but you were learning it to help other people. But of course, if you're not sleeping good, definitely follow the recommendations I discussed. It will make such a big difference in your brain, your mental clarity, your energy, your immune system, your ability to modulate immune system and really thrive in life. And that's our mission here at drjockers.com, to help as many people as possible reach their full potential in life and health. And so we so appreciate you listening in, and we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, so you get all of our regular updates. And I will see you on a future online training. God bless you guys.